Hi, in this example we will learn about financial functions. So we have these 5 machines here with their various costs and the rates here. So for machine B, we want to find the number of payments which are left. This is the unpaid debt, monthly loan rate, date purchased. So we want to find the number of payments, and this is the payment which is done every period. So the function that we will use here is NPER, which is number of payments per period. So we write NPER. So here you see it asks for the rate first. So we will click on E6 for machine B, comma, the payment is 4,000. So we click on H6, comma, the present value, which is the unpaid debt, is 20,000. So we click on D6, close the brackets, click enter. So the payments left are 8.09. Similarly, you do for machine E, and this you just copy. So we've learned about NPER. Now we will find here the payments per period. So we will use the function PMT. So we write PMT. So here it asks for a rate first. So we will write for rate for machine A, which is E5, comma, the NPER, which is the payments left, number of payments, which is G5, and the present value will be again unpaid debt, so D5. So that is how the payment is calculated. You copy this into these remaining boxes for machine C and machine D. Example, we have now fund A, fund B, and fund C. We want to find the monthly payment. Like we did here, we use the PMT function. So similarly, we will write PMT brackets. So the rate is 7%, comma, NPER is 30, comma, we don't have the present value, so we will just write 0, comma, the ending value is 12,500, close brackets, enter. So this is your monthly payment. For fund B, we need rate, so we will use a function rate, open brackets. So months left is 20, comma, the payment is 300, comma, we don't have the present value, so 0, comma, and it is G13. So we write G13, close brackets. So it's 5%. And for the ending value, we use the formula FV. The function is FV. So the rate will be 6%. Months left is 10, and payment is 500. So that's your ending value. We next come to this manufacturing plant example. So here there are 5 different suppliers, and we want to find these various salvage costs and depreciations. So NPV is the net present value. So we calculate it by adding all the values here. So the first value will be for year 0 because it's not considered, so you will take that into account, and then you will use the function NPV to calculate for the rate and the following years. So the rate here is 3%. So since we're going to copy this function for the other cells, we will just make it absolute. Okay, so 3% will be copied for all of these. And then you will select all these until 5 plus salvage. From 1 to 5 plus salvage, close the brackets, click enter. So you get your net present value. You can copy this formula here. For future value, you will write for the present value, for which is 5 plus salvage, you will take into account, because there's no rate on it, then you will select the previous one, and 1 plus the interest raised to the number of years, so that's 1. We will make this absolute, the rate, since it's common for all. Okay, so the next will be for year 3. So it's been 2 years now, so we'll just copy this out here. So it's been 2 years, so we write for 2, and similarly you write for your 2, 1 and 0. So this, we change this to 21 and make this 3 years ago. This becomes 20 and this becomes 4 years ago, and this becomes 19 and this is 5 years ago. So this will be the formula. Don't forget to add the asterisk here, otherwise it will give you an error. So once you've written this formula, you can just copy it all the way across and you will get the future values for all the 5 suppliers. Next is the IRR function, which is the internal rate of return. So for that, what you do is you write is equal to IRR, and the values, you can select all the values here. You don't have to worry about anything. Enter. So the rate is 20%. Similarly, just copy for the rest. Now for the depreciations, for SLN, it is a straight line depreciation. So for that, you will use SLN function, open brackets. So the cost is initial at year 0. So we will write minus of this, comma. Salvage cost is 600,000. And life is 5 years. So write 5, click enter. And this is your straight line depreciation. You can copy this here. SY stands for the sum of years digits. So for that, he will write is equal to SYD, open brackets. So the initial cost is minus, similarly like we did for SLN, comma, the salvage is 600,000, comma, life is 5, but here the period is 1 year, so you write 1 year, and that's your straight line, that's your sum of the years digits. This is the declining balance function, which calculates the depreciation. So we write dB, open brackets, the cost again, minus of D19, comma, salvage is 600,000 again, comma, the life is 5, and period is 1. Close the brackets, click enter. So these are all your functions which come under the financial functions category.